Here he comes, Nathan Redmond. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good, you?
Yeah, good. Nice to see you.
Good, good. Nice to meet you.
Nathan, it seems like a really good move. You're playing week in, week out, you know, you're playing well. What do you put that smooth transition down to as well?
I think just being a lot more relaxed now. I'm in a team now where we have a lot more of the ball in games. I think the moment I stepped into the dressing room and got down into pre-season with training, you know, I noticed I was in a dressing room full of winners and in a winning team that want to win and want to improve and want to learn every single day, and that's the sort of environment I've wanted to be in for a long time. You know, with an ethos like that, that's what sort of ropes me into coming to the club and what essentially helps me get better as well daily.
There wasn't a manager when you decided to come, and we didn't particularly know a lot about Claude Puel. Did you?
Not particularly. I think that the first thing I saw was that obviously he was manager of Nice. It just shows that at Southampton, you know, their record for bringing in players and sort of letting them go and bringing in almost identical replacements and then doing that with managers as well. I wasn't really worried because I knew that I was joining the club rather than joining to play for a manager.
They're changing you as well, aren't they? From more of a winger to more of a central role.
Yeah.
Did you know that was going to happen? Are you relishing that now?
No, I didn't know it was going to happen. Yeah. You know, one day after training, the manager just came and spoke to me and just said, "How do you feel about playing up front?" And I just said, "I'm open to it. I've done it before. The summer tournament with England, I played up front, so it was something that I was a bit familiar to, but you know, I hadn't learned it. But you know, he's never put any pressure on me to be a prolific striker. It's just about learning at the moment. I've just been working on a lot of forward runs and forward movements when players have the ball and timings of my movements as well. So those are the things that I'm learning at the moment, and I'm trying to perfect when it comes to the games as well.
Europa League. How are you finding being back in that level of competition?
Yeah, it's exciting. You know, the last game we played at Inter Milan at home, you know, the atmosphere was fantastic, and for a club, you know, like us to beat them on our own patch was something I'll remember for a long time. But, you know, we go into every game looking to win, and no matter what competition it is, you know, we want to win every game.
This one's a big one, isn't it, as well? Liverpool, top of the table. How are you kind of feeling going into this one? Pretty strong.
Liverpool have been fantastic this season, but I think any team can be beaten. I think we'll give it a right go, you know, and come Saturday we'll find out.
And obviously got to quickly talk about England. You're the second most capped on a 21 player now. Do you think maybe the appointment of Gareth would help you?
I'm not sure what I have to do, but you know, it's something my mum's always said to me: if you focus on yourself and just work hard, all the other stuff will come.
Mum's always right, so listen to your mum, tell you that.
That's true.
They're right, mums are always right. We'll talk about England and Nathan Redmond in a moment, but he's had a good start to life at Southampton, isn't he? And in a slightly different position, playing a bit more as a striker, really.
Yeah, he's had a very good start. I've watched him at his previous club, Norwich, and then Birmingham before that, and to see him change his role a little bit to play up front, I can see why, because he's got the pace, he's got ability to take people on, he's got very good feet. But he touched on it there, he's not going to be prolific. I think he's got 3 in 11.
Yeah.
And I think if Southampton were able to buy themselves a really good centre forward, I could see them putting him back in his preferred position.
How does he compare, do you think, with other players in that position? Talking about his England ambitions, is he as good as those other players who can play either on the wide right or through the middle like that?
He's just got to be given a chance by whoever gets the job. You know, can he go to the next level? And you're only going to know if you're given an opportunity. I think he'll be given an opportunity.
And what about Southampton this season? I mean, he's playing in a team which many people thought, because of the change in manager and the regular turnover in players, they might have a season where they would struggle. But talked about that win over Inter Milan. And in the league as well, there have been some really good performances.
To be fair, I was one. I thought once they lost Koeman, bringing in a manager who's never managed in the Premiership, I thought it would struggle. But they've done it again. They sell, and they bring in good players, but not as good as the players that sold, and they always do well. And they're doing very well in the Europa League, touching on beat Inter, doing very well in the league as well. And they're a tough team to beat, and they've got some real good players again.
Just to jump back, you said who comes in as England boss. Would you like to see Gareth Southgate given that job full time?
Yeah, look, I'm going to be brutally honest. Who else is there? You know, if you're going to give it to the Englishman, you might as well give it to Gareth. Young, you know, aspires to be the England manager, has done the under-21 level. Why not? And if it doesn't work out, which in England's case it never seems to work out for whatever reason, but you know, at least he's been given an opportunity.